is Arsenal's season slowly dying? And if so, why is that? Stop smiling, all of you. Flav.
You're smiling the most.
Sorry, okay. That's quite funny, isn't it? Look, let us know, Arsenal fans, right? We're not Arsenal fans. And so we're going to have a look at what we believe to be the reality of the situation of Arsenal right now. If we're wrong, let us know in the comments below before we start. Okay. Are Arsenal slowly dying then, Flav?
No.
This season at least.
No, of course they're not. They've had 2 bad results. It's ridiculous. Again. They're overreacting again. They've got a fortunate run of ties now. Well, not a fortunate run of ties. You have to play everybody. They've got a run of ties that are winnable. 2 wins, and they're back on track. They're easily a top 4 team. I think one of the reservations I have. One of their reservations I understand. Is the fact that they haven't progressed. So they've been 4th, 3rd, or 2nd as they finished last year. Just over the last 12 years, they haven't won the league then, and you can understand where you think, right, we need to find another solution because Wenger isn't going to be able to build a team that's capable of winning the league. But, do you know what I mean? Just calm down. Just fucking relax. It's ridiculous. You're making yourself look stupid again. And I enjoy it. Actually, do you know what? Don't calm down. I enjoy it.
That's what I was about to say. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, it happens every single year. It's Groundhog Day again and again and again. And as a Stoke
Which part of it's Groundhog Day then? Because we're
the
in
whole
December.
season. The whole season.
Right.
There's a number of things.
The peaks and the troughs.
There's Arsene Wenger. It's Groundhog Day. He does it again. The Arsenal fans reacting to 1 loss after
2 losses.
Yeah, no. But did they not react crazily against Everton?
Yes.
Yeah, of course they did. So, and I'm not, look, for the record, I'm not just talking about Arsenal Fan TV. I'm talking about all the ones on Twitter. I'm talking about the ones I know. They all react, and it's either a kind of level of entitlement. They feel like they should be winning the league, or they're unhinged.
As a collective.
Yeah.
Wow.
As a fan base.
Is that slightly? Are we being slightly insensitive?
Absolutely
not. Wait. Are we being slightly insensitive to not understand the frustrations that, although you're looking at 1 game or just 2 games and blowing it up, the reason they are blowing it up is because Elliot just said it. Is that this happens again and again and again?
Yeah.
Are we being a bit unfair?
To what, Arsenal fans or Arsenal as a club?
Both.
I don't think so, because if you're looking at, say, this year, Liverpool, they threw it away against Burnley, bad defeat. United, we got spanked by Chelsea. Teams in the top 6 have had bad results, and we don't combust, we don't blow up all of a sudden. Up until that Everton game, the only game that Arsenal lost that season was Liverpool on the first day. And they were supposing this wonderful streak of unbeaten results, and then 2 losses. Fuck me, the world's collapsed.
And the thing is that a lot of this is down to, I think what they have to see is that they have to see what Chelsea are doing. Right? They've won 10 on the bounce? 11 on the bounce, right? That's an incredible form. Right? So to lose 2 is a big deal because...
They need to start doing that. They need to start winning 11 on the bounce.
Ultimately, if Chelsea doesn't get... If Chelsea carry on the way they are... But the fact is, the Arsenal situation is a lot worse because Chelsea can keep winning, and it's making them ultimately unassailable. Spurs, right, are 4 points better off than we were last year, but we're nowhere near the top of the league because of what Chelsea are doing. Sometimes you can't. All you can do is play to the best of your ability, and Arsenal are a good team. I hate to admit it. Wenger is one of the best managers I've ever seen with my own eyes. Him, except for Ferguson. And the only risk they can do is probably getting someone like Simeone.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I was about to say, as a Stoke fan, I absolutely love this every year, and when they collapse and they go crazy. But speaking as a level-headed person, they need a new manager for me. They need someone with a bit of tactical nous who knows how to mix it up. Wenger has his style of play, and he doesn't like to wave away from that often. There's some good managers out there in the market at the moment. Simeone, I think, could probably move soon. He's done.
Did he sign a deal last year though?
Yeah, but what the deals mean in this day and age of football?
Just means more money for the club when the manager goes.
So let's step away from the reaction for a second and actually look at the team and the squad and the season and the game. Right? You're just saying they collapsed. they've only lost to Liverpool,
No,
Everton
I'm saying
away,
every year
and
they
Man
collapse
City.
at some point. And I'm not saying they've collapsed now.
Right.
They've played a good side in Manchester City. You've just outdone them on the day. Everton outdid them in the last minute. Arsenal maybe could have had a penalty maybe in the last
And
seconds.
scored.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and scored.
So what is your summary of Arsenal? Because I think there's the whole situation with it's perceived that Arsenal fans react this way about it, and I'm sure that I believe that does feed into the performances on the pitch a little bit because there's that tension. But they're, like as I said, they are a good team. The performance yesterday was poor second half, though, wasn't it?
I think if Arsenal had lost 2-1 to City yesterday, but Ozil ran his socks off, every single player tried absolutely everything they could in that second half, and they still lost 2-1, the reaction would not have been the same there. But you saw Ozil walking around. It's probably Sanchez was the only player in their team who really looked like he was going for it. And that's what pisses fans off the most, is what pisses me off the most, when you don't see your players give a fucking 100% for that shirt and 100% to try and get that result. And it's a case in point of Arsenal's, weak, fragile mental state that they've thrown away 2-1-0 leads to lose 2-1 consecutively twice. And that's a problem United have had with Mourinho and getting rid of that. And if everybody's talking about, Wenger out, that I've seen the other side and what happens when somebody who's been at your club for over 2 decades leaves, and it is Wenger's club, it's Wenger's house. Anybody who comes in there has got to rearrange all the furniture. And you're looking at someone like Simeone, could not be any more opposite to Wenger. Imagine how long it's taken United to refine our identity. Clash that Simeone attitude with those Arsenal players, that's not going to work overnight either.
It's interesting, yeah.
What you were saying about the spine of the team and the coming back, going up 1-0 and then losing 2-1. I know that a lot of Arsenal fans, obviously we played them a couple of weekends ago. We lost 3-1 and I was on Arsenal Fan TV and I was listening to what a lot of the guys said. And even though they won 3-1 that game, we were saying that they didn't look like they had this new resilience that Arsene Wenger's been going on about, that they've got resilience now, they're a different side. And I think that's what's been creeping back in with these 2 losses. They're seeing the Arsenal of every other season coming back over this period where just before it all falls apart when they're doing so well.
You're seeing, I get what you're saying, you are, but what they're seeing is their team losing 2 games narrowly. It happens.
But I think this is what I think is such an
Chelsea have lost 2 games this season.
Okay.
Arsenal have lost 1 more than Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, they're mad. Like, they're crazy, man. I mean, like, I understand. Like I said, I understand them feeling like it might be time for Wenger for them to replace Wenger. But the reaction, the way they go about it, is if it's almost as if they don't understand football at all, in my opinion. It's like they're not. They should never be losing.
Yeah, I think that's why this is such an interesting talking point, is the fact that there are aspects of it that we have seen before. So it is easy. It's wrong to take one game and go, you're the same as the team but season before and the season before. That is wrong. But it's human nature as well to go, I saw this last year when we drew at Swansea at home.
And you will see it forever because teams lose football matches.
But maybe the point in that is that, like you said, is that the Everton game was, I think they got caught off guard there, and there was the penalty and whatever, forget that. But then they've got an opportunity there after that game. This is a huge game against Man City, absolutely massive, and they know that, especially once Chelsea have won, they know that whoever wins that game is there or thereabouts. They've still got a chance. Whereas if you lose that game, it was a massive game to lose. It was in the context of the whole season. So the thing that must irk Arsenal fans and must make them feel like it's the same as other years, and must make them feel like, why is it not different, and must make them feel like it's got to be Wenger, is that the second half of that game, there wasn't the fight. I know that's such an easy thing to say, but the pressing wasn't there, the energy wasn't there, an aspect that might be playing midweek, but how long have they been doing that for? 15, 16 years. Yeah, and so that inspiration, what I saw at half-time, in the second half, I don't see any more leaders in the Man City team than I do in the Arsenal team. Probably see a lot more experience in the Arsenal team. But what we saw in the second half was that Man City side, they seemed a bit more inspired. And they went for it, with confidence and with a lack of fear. Whereas Arsenal, came out and didn't have that inspiration. And I think you see the same thing at Liverpool. Where I know they've got Milner, but I'm not sure they've got many other leaders. But they've got Klopp as a leader who inspires them. I'm not sure Wenger inspires them enough to have the mettle.
I think what must be a big frustration for Arsenal fans as well. If you're looking at that top 6 team, Conte's a brand new manager. Klopp's only been there for 18 months. Mourinho's just come into a really shit house of a United side. Spurs are probably looking the most consistent with how Pochettino's getting them playing, but you're seeing huge progression in these teams. Whereas you've got Wenger, who's been there. It's his house, it's his club. Finally they bought in Ozil. Finally they bought in Sanchez. They bought Mustafi. They bought Xhaka in some. They bought players they needed. Even got a new striker. They looked like they plugged holes and problems that they had before. But the same problems are still there. And it's that at that point when you say all the tools are there, maybe it's the manager.
The manager's the problem, but the fans are a problem.
It's a toxic environment, Arsenal.
Exactly.
They literally can't.
Why are you talking about playing with fear? Where do you think that fear comes from?
Yeah, okay.
Going out into a stadium with 60,000, they know if they draw, they get booed. And look, I mean, I'm not going to go into the reasons why Arsenal fans are so fragile because I've done it many times before. But the fact is, your job most of the time is to support and provide an atmosphere that is intimidating for the opposition, not for your own team. And the minute that's the case, you can't win.
And the Emirates definitely isn't intimidating in any sort of way.
It's not intimidating. No, it's not intimidating. It's quiet. And the only time that they're really loud is when they've lost 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, I said on Social Club in, I think it was October, I looked at the fixtures and I thought, who knows where you'll be when it comes to sort of January, February. But I saw January, February, they've got Swansea, Bournemouth, they've got really easy, simple games. If they draw one of those and the fans can't get behind them, then it will be Groundhog Day. There needs to be a collective switch for them to go, you need us and we're going to give you that push.
Do you feel there is any chance Wenger's going to be manager next year unless they win the league this year? Is this the final opportunity he's going to get?
I can't see him staying another year.
No, especially as he's actually held talks for the England job as well. It shows that he's maybe setting up for that next into international management.
They don't deserve him, in my opinion. If I was Wenger, I'd say, you know what, fine. Let me move on.
Okay.
And for one, can't wait till he goes. I've been waiting for that worm to go for ages.
I've seen the hangover that comes with it, and it's really not pretty.
Well, there you go. So let us know. Have we got it completely wrong? Let us know in the comments below. Are Arsenal stagnant with Wenger as their manager, or do the fans have a part to play as well? Do they need to try and just get behind their team? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed Social Club, and we're here every single Monday. Paul will be back next week. Oh no, he won't. Got a Christmas special next week, which is very good. Everyone's in it actually, so that's good. Got a Christmas special next week. So on Boxing Day, I think it is. Make sure you tune in and come over on the Monday like you normally do and watch Social Club. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. If you liked the video, give it a like, and we'll see you next time.